Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princesses, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So sedition among men. So that's, you know what I mean, that's people gathered together saying, you know what I mean, we sick and tired of the government, man. We sick and tired of what they're doing. I mean, we need to take over. So that's what the Most High says is going to happen.
Behind you stands a symbol of oppression. Blackgate Prison, where 1,000 men have languished under the name of this man, Harvey Dent, who has been held up to you as the shining example of justice.
We're just gonna keep moving you till we can get you in front of the camera.
You have been supplied with a false idol to stop you tearing down this corrupt city.
So you see, Exodus 23. Thou shalt have no other gods before me, no idols, man. So you see that a lot of idols that they put in front of us, you know, these guys are fake, they're corrupted. And that's what Harvey Dent was, man. He was a false idol and people looked up to him. But he was really a, you know what I mean, a slimy mirror, man. You know what I mean? A slimy mirror, man. You know? And a lot of the people they put in front of us, they just like that. They're slimy. But they're protected and they're they're put in front of us like they're just and upright.
Let me tell you the truth about Harvey Dent from the words of Gotham's police commissioner.
So Bane is giving them hell right now. Luke 8:17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. So that's what Bane is doing right now, man. You know what I mean? He's bringing out the wickedness, you know what I mean, and the corruption that was hidden from the people, man. The Most High says nothing is going to be hidden in these last days, man. Everything is going to be made manifest.
Police Commissioner James Gordon. The Batman didn't murder Harvey Dent. He saved my boy. Then took the blame for Harvey's appalling crimes so that I could, to my shame, build a lie around this fallen idol. I praised the madman who tried to murder my own child, but I can no longer live with my lie. It is time to trust the people of Gotham with the truth, and it is time for me to resign. And do you accept this man's resignation? And do you accept the resignation of all of these liars? Of all the corrupt?
Those men locked up for 8 years in Blackgate and denied parole under the Dent Act. It's based on a lie.
Gotham needed a hero.
It needs it now more than ever. You betrayed everything you stood for.
What's the point? Far out there when the structures fail you, when the rules aren't weapons anymore, they're shackles, letting the bad guy get ahead. One day, you may face such a moment of crisis, and in that moment, I hope you have a friend like I did. To plunge their hands into the filth, so that you can keep yours clean.
Your hands look plenty filthy to me, Commissioner.
Proverbs 24:23. These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of persons in judgment. So that's what that police commissioner basically did. He was having respect towards people in judgment, and that's what we do in society. I mean, we show respect towards people based on how much money they got. You know what I mean? They, you know where they at on the social class, the social ladder. You know what I mean? No matter what they doing, we have respect of person in judgment. But you see that came back to bite him. You know what I mean? Because Harvey Dent, you know what I mean? He was a slime ball, man. You know what I mean? And it came back to bite him in his ass. And those people that was locked up in the jail, I mean, they were denied parole under the Dent Act, and it was false. It was false allegations, you know. You know, because he's talking about Gotham needed a hero. You know, the only hero is the Most High, man. Oh man, you know what I mean? So, you know, he got his hands filthy, man. And he wasn't necessarily a bad guy. Say he got thrown into the mix, you know, but he was still showing respect on the people when it came to judgment. He should have hanged Harvey Dent when it came up. You know what I mean, when they found out he did all that stuff, but instead he tried to throw it under the rug, and it came back to bite him in his ass.
We take Gotham from the corrupt, the rich, the oppressors of generations who have kept you down with myths of opportunity, and we give it back to you, the people.
2nd Edges 13, I'm going to start at verse 41. For thou hast not judged the earth with truth. You know what I mean? That's what Bane is talking about. The corrupt for generations, man. And the lies. You know? For thou hast afflicted the meek. Thou hast hurt the peaceable. Thou hast loved liars. And destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit. And hast cast down the walls of such that did thee no harm. Therefore thy wrongful dealing come up to the highest. And thy pride unto the mighty. The highest also looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. So that's what's happening right now. You know what I mean? All the lies is coming to an end. The Most High, you know what I mean? The Most High is stirring that pot. You know what I mean? You see right here. And you know what I mean? The good times is ended, man. The proud times that they had, the power, is coming to an end. And you see, he said, they've kept you down with myths of opportunity, man. So a lot of people, when you look at Hollywood, they think that, hey, it's all glitz and glamour. But when they go in there, you know what I mean, it's a whole nother ball game. They got to go in there. They got to pledge allegiance to Satan. The Baphomet, sell their soul, do blood sacrifices, man. You know what I mean, they got to do all these things to make it, man. You know what I mean, so that's a myth of opportunity, man. I mean, it is if you losing your soul. You know what I mean? So this is what these guys been doing, man. I mean, just to have a hold on you, man. You know, all that's coming to an end.
Gotham is yours. None shall interfere. Do as you please. But start by storming Blackgate and freeing the oppressed.
2nd Edges chapter 15. I'm gonna start at verse 8 right here, going into 9. So he said, start right there and start by freeing the oppressed. You know what I mean? Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. So that's what's happening right now. You know what I mean? They going in and they taking a lot of the innocent blood that was looked down. They were called criminals. They were frowned upon in society. While the people, the others, you know what I mean, that was really the criminals, you know what I mean, they lived lavishly, man. They lived lavishly. You know what I mean? So the Most High, you know what I mean, he's freeing them right now. That's what's happening right now.
Step forward those who would serve. For an army will be raised. The powerful will be ripped from their decadent nests and cast out into the cold world that we know and endure.
Matthew 20:16. So the last shall be first, and the first last. You know what I mean? So you see right here. He said the army is going to be raised, man. You know what I mean? The Most High is gathering his army, the saints together. And one thing, you know what I mean, these people on top, but what they fear is to be in our position, man. You know what I mean? Because they reign on top, and like I said, and they ate deliciously for centuries, for years, for decades, man. You know what I mean? And their minions too. But the Most High is going to reverse that order, man. You know what I mean? Like you said, the powerful is going to be ripped from their nests, man. And that order is going to change. And cast out into the streets that we know. So, you mean? So the last shall be first and the first shall be last. That order is going to be reversed, man. The Most High is going to reverse that order. These guys are going to be casted down, man. The Most High is gonna rip them from their nest, man.
Endure. Courts will be convened.
1 Corinthians 6:3. Know ye not that we shall judge angels, man? You know what I mean? So he says courts is gonna be conferred, man. The saints is gonna do the judging in that day, man. Not no Freemasonry judges. You know what I mean? Not no secret society judge. The saints is gonna do the judging in that day. Courts is gonna be convened, man. You know what I mean? Oh man.
Spoils will be enjoyed.
Psalms 37:11. But the meek shall inherit the earth and delight themselves in the abundance of peace. So that's the spoils, man. Us having peace on earth, in positions of power and rulership, the wicked being cast down. You know what I mean? Reigning in righteousness, man. That's the spoils, man. We gonna inherit the kingdom, man. We got next at rulership, man. Oh man.
Blood will be shed.
Blood is gonna be shed, man. The Most High is gonna shed a lot of blood on that day, man. Revelation 14:20. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress even onto the horses' bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. So blood is gonna be up to the horse's bridle, man. That's how much blood is gonna be shed, man. Blood is gonna be shed on that day, man. Oh man, a lot of blood is gonna be shed on that day.
The police will survive as they learn to serve true justice. This great city, it will endure.
So Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So the Most High word is gonna come back to, not void, to his mouth. You know what I mean? Everything that comes out of his mouth is gonna be accomplished. You know what I mean? So the police gonna serve true justice. We gonna be the police in that day, man. All you guys that don't want to do the right thing, you guys gonna be casted down. We gonna be the police in that day. You know what I mean? Maintaining law and order, man. You know what I mean? Oh man. You know what I mean? He said that great city is gonna endure. I mean, the Most High's kingdom is going, you know what I mean? It's gonna be established, man. Oh man. Man, read this right here. This is Revelations, the book of Revelations. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord who judges her. And the kings of the earth who committed fornication and lived deliciously, man, lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, man. So it's gonna be sedition among men, man. I mean, you know what I mean? The Most High is sick and tired. I mean, the saints is sick and tired. And yeah, you guys gonna be casted down, man. I mean, all praises to the Most High for that. Yeah, man. Bane was really giving them hell, man. But yeah, man. I mean, that's it. You know what I mean? I mean, like, just watching that speech, man, that joint, the only thing that was popping into my head was the scriptures, man. You know what I mean? So I'm out, man.